So welcome back guys. So as promised, we are back kasi pag-uusapan natin everything you need to know about the IELTS. So we're going to divide this video into 3 parts. Meron siyang what is IELTS, how will you prepare, and we will differentiate yung IELTS and your OET.
IELTS is an international English language testing system. This is to test the English proficiency of non-native English speakers. So like for example, sa atin na from Philippines and who wants to come over to the UK to work either as a nurse or as a healthcare professional. IELTS has different types. Meron siyang academic, general, and then meron din tayong tinatawag na life skills. According to NMC or the Nursing and Midwifery Council, what they require from the nurses is to take the academic test, which has 4 subtests. Meron siyang speaking, listening, reading, and writing. And you need to have a total band score of 7 and above. Specifically, at least 7 for speaking, listening, and reading, and a minimum of 6.5 band score for writing. Meron din tayong tinatawag na clubbing. You can take the second exam within 6 months apart, then i-combine mo na lang yung mga result mo in order for you to get the required band score.
To be honest, most of us, hindi natin binubook yung IELTS kasi we're scared sa exam na to. And the more that you delay this process, the more na hindi ka talaga mag-move forward. So the best thing you can do is, you can just give yourself at least 2 to 3 months to prepare and just book the exam in advance. So yun talaga yung pinaka-top secret. Even though you're not prepared, you just need to book the exam. And you will be amazed kasi magkakaroon ng immediate mindset shift. So, you will do everything para talaga paghandaan tong exam na to. So, what you can do is, i-book mo yung exam and everything will just follow. So,
if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail.
Like for example, 2 months yung ibibigay mong review time. So, pwede yan na for the first month, you're gonna allocate every week for every subtest. Like for example, first week for listening, second week for speaking, third week for writing, and the last week for listening. And pagkatapos, yung next month, you're gonna make sure na i-integrate mo na lahat yung mga natutunan mo. Ano? How will you prepare? It's very important that you are aware of practice test format, and most especially, alam mo na meron siyang time condition. Kasi, if you are aware of these things, mas mapapaghandaan mo pa siya lalo.
Okay, so yung first subtest is listening. So what is listening? Yung listening is composed of 4 recordings, played only once, and it has 40 questions.
Makinig sa BBC News, sa manood ng mga series like mga Game of Thrones,
Harry Potter,
anything with thick accent. And if you're in Dubai, you can also listen to Chris Fade. Kasi si Chris Fade, I think he's from Australia. And grabe yung ano niya, yung accent niya. Sobrang hindi mo siya maintindihan magsalita. Pero if pakikinggan mo siya every day, mas maiintindihan mo talaga yung British accent. So, mas mag-i-improve yung listening skills mo.
And you will know na nag-improve na yung listening mo if you can already relate sa mga jokes nila. Pag alam mo na yung natatawa ka na sa mga jokes nila while they're speaking on their, native tongue, pag natatawa ka na, naintindihan mo na sila, which means to say na you are ready.
So, the next one is your reading. So, the reading, you're going to answer 40 questions in 1 hour, and you are going to read at least 3 articles. So, yung pro tip dito sa reading is, you're going to read the questions first and highlight yung mga words. Babasahin mo muna yung lahat ng mga questions, and at the same time, tatandaan mo kung ano talaga yung sagot na dapat mong hanapin. And that's the time you will read the articles, and once you see the answers, diretso ka na sumagot dun sa answer sheet. We noticed that it's actually simultaneous. Like for example, if you find the answer in number 1 sa first paragraph, you will notice that yung answer ng number 2 is nasa second paragraph. So, hindi ko sure kung kami lang to, pero yun yung tip namin. Don't skip the paragraph if you're looking for answers for the reading exam.
Then yung preparation namin for the reading exam is we recommend na you read at least 1 or 2 books every month kasi it will increase your comprehension and then
your vocabulary and at the same time your focus. So basahin mo lahat, magazines, articles, newspapers, any books that you want to read, basahin mo kasi makakatulong talaga to in your lexical resource or yung mga vocabulary mo.
And then yung grammar as well.
The writing is actually the most challenging part of all the subtests, and meron tong task 1 which you are required to write at least 150 words, and the task 2 wherein you are required to write 250 words. So yung task 1, they will ask you to interpret and explain a data katulad na lang ng mga line graph, pie graph, bar graph, diagram,
maps,
lahat. I-explain mo yan. And yung task 2 naman, discuss and write an essay. So, yung dinitingnan nila kung ano yung point of view mo. Like, yung if you agree or disagree, yung mga advantage or disadvantage, yung mga problems and solutions, and yung mga cause and effects. Meron talagang format and structure yung writings. Dapat alam mo yung intro, body, and conclusion. And in your intro, you can just rephrase yung title. Magagamit mo lahat ng mga synonyms na alam mo. Yung body naman is very important that you know how to construct complex sentences, including mga conjunctions.
Tama.
And the last part is yung conclusion, syempre. Ito yung parang stand mo if you, kung mas pro ka or cons or...
So speaking is divided into 3 parts. So, meron siyang introduction which will last for 5 minutes. Dito pinapakalma ka lang actually ng interviewer. And then the next part is you will be given another 5 minutes to explain a certain topic. Bibigyan ka ng topic and then you will be given 1 to 2 minutes to consolidate your information and then kung ano yung sasabihin mo. During this time, i-check ng interviewer yung fluency mo, yung pronunciation, yung lexical resource, and then yung grammar as well. So dun ka grade dito sa speaking. And at the end, you will be given another 5 minutes and then it's just like a discussion, question and answer based sa topic na diniscuss mo. So, basically, yung highly recommended namin dito is you try to speak in English sa workplace mo, sa mga colleagues mo, or kahit sa mga kapatid mo, mag-English ka lang araw-araw. Just be yourself. You don't need to sound British or you don't need to sound American para pumasa ka sa speaking test na to. Another thing is, of course, alam mo naman na marami tayong mga ideas na nagkakalat na sa mind natin. Hindi na tayo makatumbok kung ano yung gusto nating sabihin. So, yung pinaka-pro tip dito is, you always use this phrase. Pag nawawala ka na, always say, what I'm trying to say is, and then explain what you want to convey.
So, yung IELTS, more on academic and general topics suitable for a wide range of population.
OET naman is healthcare-related topics such as medical consultations or yung writing patient's history.
Tapos feeling ko yung IELTS medyo mas affordable kasi nasa roughly 190 pounds to 220 depende sa location mo while yung OET
yung OET kasi is may pagkamahal siya nasa around 320 to 350 pounds.
Yung IELTS is unpredictable while yung OET is
specific talaga siya, designed siya for healthcare professionals such as if you are a nurse or if you're a doctor. Sabi nga nila, pwede ka daw gumamit ng mga medical terms.
According for you to know na yung passing rate ng IELTS is very slim while yung OET is
medyo mas taas yung chances. According sa kanila, it's like pag isa yung pumasa sa IELTS, parang 4 ata yung papasa sa OET. I'm not really sure but that's what they say.
But personally, yung tinake namin is yung IELTS. Magtiwala lang talaga kayo, papasa kayo sa IELTS.
And ito yung good news para sa mga nandito na mismo sa UK na if you have worked under any organization connected sa NMC, that NHS hospitals, then you are actually exempted to take the IELTS as long as you had a 1-year experience working with one of the NHS hospital. So ano yung mga kailangan mo? Yung kailangan mo lang is dalawa. Unang-una is you need to have a referee. Usually, it's either your band 6 or junior sister or your manager or even the matron. So, ibibigay mo sa NMC yung PIN nila at yung working email nila, and then NMC will email them yung form. They just have to fill it out and then you send back. Yung isang requirement is for your school back in the Philippines na kailangan silang mag-prove na yung curriculum natin is under English language. So, yun.
Kahit ilang take mo siyang ipaglaban mo si IELTS.
Pinagtsagaan talaga namin si Tama.
Kaya mo yan.
Adza.
Highlighted all the words that we are looking for the answer. Parang